Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Leah the Spirit and I'm gonna give you my monthly tarot forecast and advice. And this video is for the month of October 2023. Things you need to be aware of and pay attention to during this month. But I'm doing it a little bit differently. So we will have 3 pick the card readings. So the first, as we did the last month, we're gonna do the love and relationships, how it's gonna go for you. Then we're gonna do business, career, finances. The forecast for you for the month of October, you will have to pick a card. And then the third one is the general forecast for the month of October. Again, you will have to pick the card, and will be 3 pick the card readings. As I said, you will have to pick 1 card out of 3. How do you pick it? You just relax, think about the card, think about the number from 1 to 3 when it comes to different spheres and different areas, different readings, and I will give you the meaning and definition, the reading of the card. And when it comes to the deck, which deck am I using today? I'm using the Aleister Crowley deck. This beautiful, lovely deck. I love the colors, love the pictures. It's interpretation of the original deck, but for the 21st century. And we're gonna start. So if you're ready, the first, as I said, we are doing the love. We are doing love and romantic relationships for the months of October. So I will pick 3 cards. All you have to do, you think about 1 card and you pick 1 card for this specific reading, okay? All right, we have the card number 1. Card number 2. Just feel, do you resonate with it or no? Maybe you resonated more with number 1. Like, how do you feel in your body? What is your intuition, if your gut feeling is telling you? And let's do the last one. That's a card number 3. So one more time, number 1, number 2, and number 3. This is 1, 2, and 3. Okay, you ready? So the card number 1, that's a major arcana, the Lovers. The card number 2, 10 of Wands, and you can see the word here, oppression. Just try to think, what does this word mean to you when it comes to relationships? And the last, the card number 3, 5 of Cups, and it speaks for itself. It's called disappointment. Okay, so let's start with the first one. Let's start with the Lovers. I feel like 2 cards that speak for themselves. It's a card number 1 and card number 2. The Lovers, it's all about the love and relationships. So it's a good month for the relationships if you pick this card. If you've been thinking about getting into the relationships, if you're looking for a new partner, if you've been dating, if you've been going out, if you really want to find a partner, that's a good month to do so. It's a good month for romantic relationships, spending more time with your partner. So overall, that's an amazing card. Give more attention if you are already in relationships. Give more attention to your relationships, to your partner. Amazing months when it comes to the love, and love is in the air here. Great months if you've been thinking to get engaged or get married. All of those things go here. Also, when it comes to the Lovers and when it comes to love, here the key idea is that with the Lovers, we gotta love ourselves as well. So if you've been thinking and asking yourself like, oh, I really want to find a partner, I really want to get one, I really want, just ask yourself, whatever you're looking for in another partner, do you have that? Do you have all those qualities? Maybe you've been too demanding. Maybe it's time to focus on yourself as well and see, do you love yourself? How are you getting treated in this relationships? But overall, it's a good month for the relationships. If you've been picking and choosing different partners, because when it comes to the Lovers, it's all about choice. It's all about, maybe you've been dating 2 guys at the same time And the month of October will be months to decide. The month of October is to make the decision. Okay, is it this person or is it that person? So it's good months to get, as I said, into relationships. Don't be afraid to pick and choose. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. And remember, when it comes to the lovers, if you are looking for the partner, or even if you're already in relationships, nobody is perfect. There are no ideal people, but that could be a problem for the month of October if you try to find a perfect match, if you try to find a perfect partner. Remember, this is not possible. Nobody is perfect. So you gotta understand that, realize that, accept that, and get into the new relationships. But overall, great months. Maybe you will have some people around you. Great months building your relationships, but great months if you've been thinking, should I start going on dates? I'm not sure. Am I ready? This card is telling you, yes, you're ready. If you, I don't know, broke up with a partner some time ago and you haven't been sure about it, go ahead, do that. Go and meet people, socialize. The lovers, it's all about socializing as well, and meeting new people. So next one, we had the card number 2. The 10 of Wands, depression. It also speaks for itself how you feel about the relationships, romantic relationships and love in the months of October. So you may feel tired. You may feel like you've been maybe carrying everything on yourself, on your shoulders. Maybe you've been doing a lot for your relationships. You've been taking care, you've been showing love, support, doing lots of actions, but your partner is not doing anything. Or maybe it's the other way around, but the key idea here is not balanced out. So you may feel in the months of October that relationships, the sphere of the romantic relationships, the love, can trouble you in the months of October. You may feel like not interested in relationships. Maybe you will focus more on handling your tasks, handling your different problems and situations in relationships. It's just not going to be the main focus of the months. So it looks like there are a lot of things to handle in your romantic life, in your love life. Please take care of that. Please take care of you being, I don't know, if you've been with a person you don't feel good about, if you don't feel that you love the person, that you have any feelings, maybe if you feel like maybe you're just on the stage of dating and it's not interesting for you, the person is not interesting, there's nothing to talk about, you can just end it up in the months of October. So the months of October is also about, when it comes to your relationships, it's about getting rid of some things. If you feel like, or if you're in relationships when you feel like they died out, if you feel like there is nothing more, that's good month to free up some space and some new things will come to your life. But it looks like the relationships in general, the sea of relationships in the month of October will be like a burden for you, that you will have to dedicate like some of your time and focus, and or at the same time it would be like no, I have my work, I have my business, I have other stuff to do, and it's just like I don't have time for that. I don't want to handle this. It's already enough, and that's definitely not my priority. So the month of October, relationships, it's not a huge, there's nothing a lot of positive in them. So you feel sad about it, you feel upset about it. Either you have relationships, either you don't have relationships. If you don't expect anything to change. Don't expect any new partners or new people coming to your life. I mean, building the love and romantic relationships. If you are in relationships, try to think, how do you feel? Are you equally contributing to these relationships? Maybe you are giving a lot, maybe you are handling a lot and your partner is not involved and not interested in relationships. So it's time to figure it out. It's time, but like in general, the area of your, like the sphere of love and romantic relationships, it's going to bring you some negative and sad feelings that, oh my god, like these relationships, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of this in my life. Why it's been like this, why this and this. So you may feel that way in the months of October, but that's okay. You can figure it out. Just really try to ask yourself, is it what you need? Is it what you want? Do you have, if you're not in relationships, why do you want relationships? Do you have a space for that in your life? Can you contribute equally right now and be fully involved in relationships? If you are in the relationships, ask yourself kind of the same questions. Can I contribute equally? Am I contributing equally? Am I interested with this person? Are there a lot of things to handle in these relationships? How do I feel? Am I feeling happy or not? So there will be some a little bit tension inside of you about this area, but that's okay. Like, that's okay. It's a good time to actually pause and analyze and see what's important for you. Like, kind of get the radar ready. Like, how am I feeling? Am I going in the right way with the right person or not? So don't get disappointed by this card if you have it. I always say all of those cards, even if they're not the best, they're kind of an opportunity for us to pause and analyze. And when it comes to the 10 of Wands, it just means you've been caring a lot and it's time to pause and it's time to think, and the relationship shouldn't be like a huge weight you're carrying on your shoulders. So that's just a sign for you that you gotta remove that. You gotta remove all this weight and live a free and carefree life when it comes to relationship. You should enjoy the relationships. Just ask yourself, am I enjoying? Or not really, right? It's just kind of a checkpoint for you, okay? Last one, 5 of Cups. Disappointment. So definitely you see not the best months for the relationships. Maybe you've been thinking to find a partner, maybe you've been thinking to get together with a partner, maybe to move in together. If you've been thinking about it, I would just suggest you to wait a little bit, to analyze, to observe. Cups, they're all about feelings and emotions. And 5 of Cups, there are a lot of negative feelings and emotions, things that trouble us. So that's why I encourage you to analyze your relationships, your love life. Because when it comes to 5 of Cups, there are 3 cups, let's say, which are negative. And there are 2 cups, which is still positive. And I'm not making it up. It's actually the meaning. That's the meaning of the card. So there are still a lot of positive things in your relationships, but you prefer to focus on the negative only. So what I want you to do is to shift your mindset. I want you to shift your focus. I want you to shift your attention. Do not focus on the negative things only. Do not try to find the negative things in another person. There are a lot of great things around you. There are a lot of things in other people, different behavior traits and qualities, but you prefer only to focus on the negative. So every time in the month of October, if you feel sad about the relationships, maybe something is not working out, maybe you're struggling to find a person and you feel like, I'm going to be alone for the rest of my life, I cannot find anybody, this is so sad and I don't feel good about it. Shift your mindset, shift your focus and say, oh, but it's a great time to enjoy myself. Now it's a great time to dedicate it to myself. Now I'm grateful for this, actually. I'm grateful that I'm by myself. I can study, I can focus on self-love, acceptance, and spending my time how I want it to be spent. So always remember about it. Always remember about this click if you start having negative thoughts about this area. But yes, you may feel disappointed. You may feel like something is not working out. This is not the right person. I want to break up. I don't recommend, if you have 5 of Cups, I don't recommend breaking up right away. This is negative, this is negative, this is negative. I want you to still find good and positive things. And if you find them and you see that no, negative things, they outweigh the positive, then you go and break up. But I still want you to see not only the dark things and shadows in another person, I want you to see the light. I want you to see the positive things and advantages, maybe in some different areas, how you can have those relationships, right? Or advantages why you have them, or disadvantages why you don't have them, right? Or how you feel happy and grateful being alone, for example. So overall, if you are not in relationships and you got this card, the last one, Five of Cups. Not ideal months to find a partner, get into the relationships. Maybe you've been thinking starting in new relationships, not the best. I want you still to focus on analyzing things, how you feel, who is this person actually. But just be careful. Make sure that you're aware of different things. And if you are in relationships, focus on them. Focus on finding great things, amazing things, things to be grateful for in these relationships. Do not break up right away if you've been thinking. Don't make the whole show, because Cups, it's emotions. You can get emotional in the month of October, but that's okay. I just don't want you to do emotionally driven decisions and emotionally driven mistakes, okay? So just be aware of this in the months of October. But overall, out of 3 cards, I would say the first one, the Lovers, is the best for the relationships, positive. When it comes to this last 2 cards, a little bit negative, but as I told you, you can navigate, you can figure it out. And cards can be, as I said, positive and negative, right? There are 2 sides. And what path you choose and how things turn out depends on you only. Even if you got 5 of Cups, that's okay. You can navigate if you listen to my advice. You focus on the different things. If you shift your mindset, if you shift your focus on more positive things to be grateful for, you will have an amazing month in your relationships, okay? It's just remember about shifting different things. That was about the relationships. So the next one we have about money, business, and career. What you should expect in the months of October. Now you do the same thing. You just close your eyes and try to think about the number from 1 to 3. What number do you feel like is calling you? The card number 1 is here. Just kind of feel like, is it number 1? Card number 2. That's card number 2. And the last one. That's card number 3. Okay, so one more time. The card number 1. The card number 2. And the card number 3. Just try to see and feel which one is resonating more with you. 1, 2, or 3. And you can share your numbers in the comments below. So let's start opening them up. Card number 1, 2 of Wands. That's how it looks. Card number 2, 6 of Swords. That's a card. And card number 3, 6 of Cups. 6 of Swords, 6 of Cups, yes. Both of them are number 6. That's how it looks. So the first one, 2 of Wands. When it comes to the 2 of Wands in general, the areas of the finances, of your career and your business, it's good, stable months. Things are going great. Everything is good. Things are not going to change drastically, significantly, that suddenly you will lose your money, or you will suddenly lose so many things, or so you will suddenly, I don't know, win a lottery, or suddenly your income is going to change, or is there going to be a huge difference in your projects and whatever you do. So not yet. That's why if you got this card, I actually do not encourage you to start something new in terms of starting and acting and being so active about it. Like, let's go do this, let's go do this, let's go. Like, don't be too active about starting anything new, completely new, things you haven't done before. Not like restarting the project and working on the project you've been doing before. but not starting actively anything new. If it's like brand new, okay? What I encourage you to do with this card, it is good for analyzing. It's a good card for planning and getting ready. So you're not acting yet, you are getting yourself ready. So if you want to start your business, if you want to implement some new things to your business, I encourage you in the month of October to plan, to strategize, to analyze the market, analyze a product. I don't know, write things down. What is your mission? What are your values? What are you doing here? What are you offering to people? What are you selling? So like you gotta analyze everything. You gotta write everything down before you go into it. So you gotta study. So if you got this card and you wanted something new, do not start it right away. Maybe you wanted to change your job. Maybe you wanted to get a new project at work. That's not the best time to do that, because why? Because things can go in the wrong direction. Why can go in the wrong direction? Because you're not well prepared. You're not prepared enough for what awaits you. And the month of October is a preparation. So in the month of October, you will have to prepare. You will have to study, journal, write things down, align with your goals, or in general, determining your goals. What are you planning to do? What's the plan? Where is the end goal? What am I doing? Where am I going? So that's the month of October. So don't do something completely different and changing your whole life, your career, and maybe investing all your money into something suddenly out of nowhere. I do not recommend doing that. I want you to prepare. Let's say if you want to invest your money, study. In the month of October, study. Like invest in what? You want to buy property? Where do you want to buy property? Is it a good time to buy? Maybe you want to take the mortgage for this property. Is it a good time for mortgage or not? What is it? Percentage, what's the interest rate, what is this and this and this. Study. Please gather all this information, analyze everything before you do things. Overall, it's a good month. Everything is stable. It's not going like significantly up, as I said, or significantly down, but it can go significantly down if you will start acting out of nowhere and doing the things you did not plan. So do not do random things in your work, in your business, in your career, with your finances as well. Plan everything out. So if you have your finances, do the budgeting, plan, budget. Maybe you're planning some trips. What do you want to spend money? So do not do impulsive decisions, emotionally driven decisions, which don't have any base or explanations why you do that. You should know why you do certain things. For your work, for a business. If somebody comes and asks you, like, why did you decide to take this step and this action? Or like, because of this and this and this and this. Okay, so I want you to come up with a well thought decisions, add some strategies, analyze. The more it's strategized, the better it is. If there are less emotions involved, but there is strategy, planning, structure, the better it is for your work, for your career, and for your business. And that's why in the month of October we prepare, and you will have a solid foundation. And then in the month of November, everything is ready. We already analyzed all of this, we strategized everything. So there is no, maybe even if you make mistakes, you're prepared. Maybe even things will go in the wrong direction, you will be prepared. That's why you gotta use this time in the month of October to get prepared. But overall, everything is good at this present moment. Do not mess things up. That's my main advice for you. The card number 2, 6 of Swords. That's how it looks, and you can see the word here as well. Signs. I'm gonna see it because it was mirrored. So when it comes to 6 of Swords, so, and the second card, if you pick the second card, if you've been thinking about leaving a job, if you've been thinking about changing a job, if you've been thinking about maybe leaving the project, you've been doing for a while. Maybe you wanted, if you have a business partner, you've been thinking it's been troubling you. Maybe you don't want to work with them anymore. It's a good month to do that. So, for example, for people who picked the card number 1, I said, don't do that. So for you, for people with the card number 2, do that. You can control everything. You can manage everything. So, but it needs to be your decision. It needs to be a well-thought decision why you do that, what's the reasoning behind it, but do not be afraid to leave. New opportunities and things will come, but you just need to have a plan. So if you decide to leave your job, let's say, you need to be prepared, okay? So that's why the preparation is everything. Good months for changes, good months for leaving some projects, letting some things go. Maybe the projects you're not interested in anymore. Maybe you decided to work independently. But if you decide to work independently, you gotta prepare everything, right? So before you go in your direction, you gotta prepare and pack. Let's say we're going on a long day hiking trip. If you go, or camping, if you go somewhere further, you gotta prepare. You gotta pack this and this and this and this to survive, to be prepared for anything that's going to happen. The same about you. If you leave certain places, if you leave the job, it's a good month, as I said, but you gotta be prepared. You gotta know, okay, what is going to be the plan? Not like you suddenly out of nowhere decided to leave because I told you it's a good month to leave, but you gotta be prepared for it. You gotta like, okay, if I leave right now, I don't have a job. Do I have an extra income? Am I prepared for this? Maybe if you decided that you want to leave, okay, I'm gonna start searching for a new job and I'm getting ready to leave. And once a new opportunity comes, I'm leaving. So I want you to be prepared, not like impulsivity, like I'm done, I'm leaving, goodbye. Nope. That's why the preparation is everything, but do not be afraid for changes. So even if some things they go in the wrong direction, you are prepared. Maybe you expected that you leave a job and you expect to find another one right away, but things are not going that way. But at least you are prepared. So prepare for the long term, not like preparing for 1 or 2 weeks of not having a job, but for the long term perspective. Okay, if it's going to be 1 month, if it's going to be 2 months, am I ready for this or not really? Also, when it comes to career, to job, to business, it's good months for traveling, different business trips, going overseas. I don't know if you work and you have a business somewhere overseas, different locations, different offices, so that would be good to visit and do some activities meet with your coworkers, meet with another people. Or maybe you wanted to expand your services somewhere overseas. Maybe you've been offering them locally and you want to offer the service somewhere in another country as well. Maybe you've been focusing on North America, but now you want to expand the services to Europe or to Asia. So that's a good month to do that. But again, you gotta be prepared. You prepare and you expand. But that's a good month for expanding. That's a good month to getting ready for new territories, for new things, for new places, and physically moving and physically going and meeting new people. That would be amazing, but organization, I would say organizing everything and preparing everything, that's the key. So if you carefully organize things, if you, I don't know, if you have a business meeting, business event, or conference, business conference as well, if you wanted to host, I don't know, some conferences or webinars which are available worldwide, do it. It's good months for that, but you gotta prepare. Okay, that's key idea. Last one we had, the card number 3 is the 6 of Cups. That's how it looks, and the word here is pleasure. Oh, I feel like it's a nice word, right, to have when it comes to the money, when it comes to finances. It's a good month. It's a good month for all of those areas. The key idea here, how you can succeed and how you can get the most out of this month, is by working with your friends, by working with your close people. in your circle, people you can trust, people you feel comfortable around, with people you share similar ideas, ideologies, creative processes. So as I said, people you feel comfortable with working. So this month of October, if you got this card, is not a good month for working by yourself, being independently, working alone and doing everything alone. No, that's a month where you gotta involve other people, and that's how you can move forward. They can help you maybe generate different ideas. They can help you to get new partnerships, or maybe you can start a business with your friend. Maybe you've been thinking finding some people who can help you with something, and look around your friends, look around your close circle. Like, you will find a lot of answers. Do not look far. All the answers are literally in front of you, and the people who are closest to you, your close friends, they are the answer. They can give you all the answers, and they can help you very well. Same idea when it comes to the team, like working in a team where there's a good working environment in terms of how you communicate with each other. What are your relationships? Is it nice environment to be, and nice people to be around? Do you feel motivated by working with those people? So you can ask yourself all of those questions, because people, again, as I told you, and close people and people who share with you some different things, like interest, way of doing the work, it's everything, and it's very important, and that's a key for your success. So ask for a help if you need something. Ask people, ask friends. Do not try to say like, I'll do it myself. Doing things by yourself in the month of October, you are not going to go far. Okay? So people will help you to go far. Invite people, collaborate with people. If you struggle, if you're stuck, ask your friends. Maybe among your friends there are professionals, maybe there are mentors, people who run the business for a while. Do not be afraid to ask, and invite them to be around you. But overall, when it comes to finances, everything is good. Everything is stable. Do not expect any, like, I don't know, huge changes, like significantly. Everything is stable. Just do not mess up, right? Everything is good. Do not expect a huge bump, and do not expect like significant drop in everything what you do. Why things can go in the wrong direction? When you are not cooperating with people, but you're competing with people. So that's when things can go down, and not in a positive way. When you start being jealous, when you start complaining about to other people and about other people, when you do something bad to other people, maybe you have some, like, not enemies, but people with whom you're people who are in the same industry as you are, and competitors, and you are doing something bad to them. So they fail and we succeed. Do not do anything bad to other people, even if they are in the same industry as you are. Focus on yourself, focus on your business. Do not waste your time on the competitors, on people trying to ruin their business or do something to them. Nope, you will go down. I actually would encourage you to cooperate with those people. Maybe you feel like, oh, we're both in the same industry, we're gonna fight. Do not fight, cooperate. Maybe you can discuss some ideas. Maybe you can come up with something together. Maybe this person can help you and you can help them to generate some new projects, to generate some ideas, share feedback. Maybe use this opportunity as to get more feedback, to grow, to expand, to get better. But do not fight with people. You gotta find peace and kind relationships with people in the months of October. If you don't, that's when things can go wrong. That's when you may start having some problems with your finances, with your business, with your career, with the job. Maybe you started fighting with your coworker, and because of this, your boss decided to fire you just because you cannot communicate properly. Maybe you've been late, maybe you're doing something bad about them, maybe you've been jealous. or anything like this, and that could be a problem. So I want to, every time it happens, I want you to pause and acknowledge it. I was like, nope, I'm changing it. I'm not fighting. I'm not getting into the conflicts with others. I'm focusing on myself. I'm focusing on my team, whatever's happening in my life, and share. I encourage you to share. If you feel like you are sad about the work, if you're not motivated about the work, you need extra support, share and ask for help, your close circle. Okay? This is very important. Don't try to do everything by yourself. You have amazing people around you, so use those resources. Okay? So that was the month of October for money and career. So again, this was 2 of Wands for the first card. We are preparing, taking things slowly, analyzing, planning, not yet acting in terms of execution. Okay? Like crazily active execution, not yet. For the card number 2, 6 of Swords. Good time to leave, but we gotta prepare, right? We gotta make sure that everything is ready. If we decide to take this step, good months for traveling, for expanding the services, different places, different cities, different countries, continents, whatever. And 6 of Cups, right? Working with people is everything. Your friends, asking for a help, asking for advice, involving other people in your projects. Do not fighting, do not competing. That's the key for you. But that was for the money, career, and business side. And we have the last one, which is a general forecast for the month of October. Same idea, you know what to do. You pick one card out of 3, okay? General one. The card number 1. The card number 2. And the card number 3. That's how it looks. Other way around. So try to feel with what card do you resonate more. I'm gonna show it again. This is the card number 1. Number 2, and this is the card number 3. Pick one and share in the comments which card did you pick. I'll start opening them up. You'll be surprised. It's 2 of Wands again. If you did the previous pick the card reading, the 2 of Wands was the first card as well. Just talked about it. The second one is the Sun, the major arcana number 19. And the last one, in regular tarot, we call it the Strength, the major arcana number 11. Okay? So what do we have? 2 of Wands. If you had 2 of Wands in a previous forecast as well, and you already know what it means, so listen to it as well. Listen and apply all the knowledge from the previous pick card. It's going to be related to you as well. But in general, when it comes to 2 of Wands, it's a great month to start thinking about something new. It's a great month to start thinking about new direction. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do in life in general? Setting up your goals, planning. Planning, that's a key word. We're not executing yet, we are planning. So analyze, okay, what do I want to do? Where do I want to go? What's my plan? So it's a good time to pause and actually ask yourself, is it worth it? The project I want to do, is it worth of my time? Is it worth of my resources? Or maybe it's relationships. Is it worth it? Like, do I want to be in the relationships? Is it worth of my time, my resources? How do I feel in these relationships? How is it going? In general, the key, I would say the question you got to ask yourself, is it worth it? Should I actually do it? Is it worth it? If you're planning to travel somewhere and you want to spend some money on it, ask yourself, is it worth it? My time right now to go, or I can maybe go later and save some money and go on another trip. So this month, I would say it's for something new, new achievements, new goals, new beginnings, but you gotta analyze everything. If it's relationships, analyze, observe how things are going. If you want to get into a new relationship, it's a good month for new relationships. Analyze. Don't act like crazy. Start dating and being in a relationship, getting into relationships with the first person you met on the street. Not the best idea. I want you to focus on analyzing, how do I feel? How is this person? What is my heart telling me? Right? So like asking yourself again this question, is it worth it? So the October is to get ready for changes. The month of November, I'm saying in advance for month of November, we'll have some changes. So the October is a preparation stage for something new in your life. So in order for new things to come to your life and new amazing things are waiting for you, we can see that. But in order for new things to come to your life, you gotta prepare. You gotta clearly identify, what am I doing? Where am I going? How much do I want to earn? What do I want to achieve? Where's my final destination? How do I get there? Maybe if you're launching your product, what's the market? What's the audience? What's the plan? If you want to do your social media page, okay, what's the plan? So, and some new things are coming, right? As I said, like you will get a lot of new opportunities, but you got to prepare first. So if you are not prepared, when things come, the new opportunities come, you're just not going to take them. You will not probably even see them because you're not prepared, and you will miss them. So that's why I want you to pause and listen to yourself. Don't run like crazy in the month of October and do this and this and this and this without any meaning. I want you to find the meaning why you do that. You take certain steps. Why? Will it lead me, like if I do this project, will it lead me to my end goal? Will it help me to get to my end goal or not? So I want you to be more aware of whatever you do in the month of October. Journaling, self-observation practice. I have the video about the self-observation practice. Watch it, check it out. It will help you a lot. I believe in it. But planning, analyzing everything, that's the best thing to do. If, let's say, new money is coming, more money is coming your way, you're gonna earn more, potentially, new income, new source of revenue. But are you prepared for more? Is like your mental aspect is there, the execution, the plan. Do you know how to handle finances? Are you good with budgeting? All of those things. Are you prepared for this? Are you prepared for new money coming your way? Same with the relationships. You want to get in relationships, but are you prepared for the relationships? Are you ready to be with another person? Or not? You actually have a lot of fears and you don't want to do that. So working on fears, working on preparation stage is everything. And new things are coming. You will have extra inspiration, new ideas. Use this time well, okay? The card number 2. The Major Arcana. It's a beautiful card. The Major Arcana number 19. I would say one of the most positive cards out of all is the Sun. That's an amazing month because it's a general forecast. So it's amazing months for you if you pick this card. Sun. It's a lot of energy, very active months. So please use this opportunity. If you have this card, it just means you will have a lot of opportunities, a lot of positive things, a lot of positive energy. Things are gonna go around and roll. Just so, are you ready for this speed? Because that's gonna be active and fast months. And you gotta act fast. So that's not the months to be lazy. Nope. If you're lazy, you're not gonna get all the success. And the Sun can give you the success. Great months for public speaking. Great months for being in front of the camera, presenting, teaching, explaining something to people. If you wanted to start your course, if you wanted to, I don't know, have a live workshop, you wanted to be a speaker, you wanted to start your YouTube, anything, do it. Share your knowledge with people, share the information, teach, explain something. You gotta do it. You gotta put yourself out there. Performing, acting, all of this, dancing, being on stage, do it. Okay, so do not waste this energy. That's an amazing energy that will push you to get better, to succeed, to get the most. So please do that. The Sun is also a great card. You can see a lot of kids here. It's a great month to spend some time with your kids, or in general working maybe with kids, doing the projects for kids, coming up with some activities for them. That's an amazing as well. If you have kids, your kids, focus on your kids, dedicate and give them more time. If you don't, maybe just running and doing some different activities for them, or organizing events, that would be amazing as well. So that's an active energy, as I said so many times. Doing some helping, doing some charities, foundations, helping, donating. If you do that, you gotta be very genuine about it. That you do it with your heart, not because I just told you to do that. If you actually help people, if you actually give a lot to people, and the month of October, that is all about giving something to other people, giving your attention, giving your energy, giving your sun and warm energy to other people. And if you don't, that's it. There is no sun, there is no opportunities, things are not gonna go well. So I want you to use it. I want you to remember that if any day in the month of October you feel sad, you feel not motivated, I want you to stand up and remember to be active, because you are missing on the sun. You're missing in all the positive things this month. So doing a lot of activities, doing a lot of physical activities, amazing months for that. So just grow, develop, be active. I would say that's also the key idea. Be very active, okay? And help other people, but do it genuinely, as I said before, just because you truly want to help. And remember about yourself too. You need some energy for yourself as well. So give yourself some time, not just giving it to everyone. Yes, it is months about giving to others. It's a lot about interaction and communication with others. But remember about yourself too, okay? Last one, the energy number 11. You can see also how this card is very, very bright and colorful card. There's a fire, there are lots of things here. You can always look at the card and see what it means to you, right? But when it comes to the energy number 11, it's very active months as well. Same with the energy number 19 in previous card. Activity and being active and not sitting and not doing anything, that's not the solution. You cannot be slow. You cannot procrastinate. You cannot be slow. I want you to be very active. Yes, it may be physically challenging and demanding months. You may feel like physically, I don't have enough strength, I'm very tired, like I have to do a lot of things, I have to handle. That's how it can be in the month of October, that there's just a lot of things going around. Because that's the strength, right? The strength, it's all about the energy and power, and strength is inside of you. That's why you gotta do more physical activities. Focusing on your diet, on your nutrition. If you wanted to get back to sports, if you wanted to get back to the gym, if you wanted to have a new set of routine, you wanted to change your diet, focus more on your nutrition, please do that. It's actually very recommended, like setting up taking care of your physical health and physical body, right? So use this strength, use this power, use this energy inside of you, shared with other people. The energy number 11, it is a lot about the leadership energy. You can see that she is, I can say writing a line. It's a line here. So you have a lot of strengths and leadership skills. So you can use that at your work, maybe showing more of the leadership skills. If you don't have leadership skills, go and work on them, take some courses, study. But being a leader, leading, having your team of other people, maybe helping other people, pushing other people, motivating other people. If you have your online services or something you offer to other people, you gotta help them. You gotta help other people. Like, okay, you don't believe in yourself? I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna push you. So, you know, being kind of a motivation, an extra push for other people, because you will have a lot of energy. So you gotta give this energy to other people and help them to get better. Do not judge others. Do not judge if some people are going to be slower than you, if some people cannot do things as you do, they cannot work as much as you do. Do not judge them. Help them. Show them. Set an example of how things can be done, so they can lead by example, right? So, but that's about the third card. It's a lot of power, it's a lot of strength, it's a lot of potential. So use your potential, use your talents. It's a good month to explore. In general, if you don't know your talents, it's a good month to ask, what are my talents? What am I good at? What brings me energy? Because the key word for some months is also energy. What brings me energy? Like what activities, what jobs? People, if I meet with certain people, they drain my energy. Maybe these people, they give me the energy. So what is the energy for you in general? What helps you to boost it? And being very energetic is everything. So if you feel you're in the month of October, you don't have enough energy, maybe you've been hardworking and doing a lot of work and you haven't been taking care of your physical health. So you gotta do that and taking some rest. Or if you don't have energy at all, maybe you're just lazy, you don't want to do things, you're procrastinating, you're not using your full potential, or you're not doing the things you enjoy, and you're not doing the things that bring you that energy. Okay, but very energetic, amazing months for achievements, for success, but you gotta push. So just please remember about yourself. That's very important. Okay, but that was the general advice. Let's regain card number 1, 2 of Wands, the Sun, the energy number 19, and we have the last one, the Strengths, the major arcana number 11. That's how they look one more time. And I wish you an amazing month ahead, the month of October. If you have any questions, let me know. Let me know, how do you feel about your pick the card forecast? What cards did you pick? Maybe you can share the previous months. How did the previous months go for you? Do you have some plans for the month of October or not? So I will be happy to know more about yourself, how you are doing. And thank you everyone for watching, and I see you next month with this monthly tarot forecast and advice.